What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Will from Will's Wrestling Corner, back at it again with a brand new video. And it seems as the days go by, more and more releases have been happening. Obviously, for the past couple of days, we covered the 12 or so WWE releases that have been announced. And now it appears the same could very well be said about AEW. It could very well be release season or just letting people go. So today I'm going to be talking about three names that have been removed from the AEW roster page and give my thoughts essentially. These are three very prominent names in AEW. We're going to be talking about Malachi Black. We're going to be talking about Miro, and we are going to be talking about Ricky Starks. It could very well appear that Ricky Starks, the guy that everyone likes to talk about at the minute, is finally gone from AEW. So let's give our thoughts on each and every single one. Obviously, I first heard of the news from this tweet that says, breaking. Both Miro and Ricky Starks have been removed from the AEW roster page on AEW.com. Obviously, Malachi Black, if you could see from this image, Malachi Black is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, Malachi Black has been trending at the minute. I mean, oh my God, he's leaving. He's already given his notice or something like that. I mean, we could talk all day about Malachi Black, and then if we go to the other image, where Ricky Starks normally would be, he is not. So both Miro and Ricky Starks have been removed from the AEW roster page. And listen, in terms of Malachi Black, let's talk about Malachi Black first. Malachi Black, I mean, it was rumored for the longest time, basically ever since Malachi Black has been a part of AEW, that, oh my God, he's frustrated. Oh, he's leaving. He wants to go to WWE, be with his wife. Obviously, Zelina Vega still works there and everything like that. And for the longest time, I've not believed it because, well, think about all the times that the dirt sheets report, oh, Malachi Black is leaving. And then Malachi Black has to go on either Twitter or Instagram Live and be like, no, I'm not. This case obviously seems to be legitimate because, well, Malachi Black has been absent from AEW TV. They repackaged the House of Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, and Julia Hart, to now be called the Hounds of Hell. I think that's what it is, Hounds of Hell. They changed Julia Hart's theme from the House Always Wins to the Heart Always Wins and everything like that. And then we've had like backstage promos of them like hyping each other up. Oh, you can make it without any leaders. Oh, you're better than this, whatever. We had Cope be like, oh, you don't need a leader. The other guy's gone, so lead them to superstardom and stuff like that. So yeah, it appears Malachi Black is gone. And now obviously we have further indication with Malachi Black officially being removed from AEW's roster page. Malachi Black, it's really a shame because he was made to look like a big deal when he AEW with his prominent feud with Cody Rhodes when he first came over there. He did find success in singles and trios and tag team competition, especially trios, which it seems like Malachi was the most comfortable with. Can't really say I blame him. The whole House of Black stable was a breath of fresh air, which benefited all four talents in AEW. But a lot of us, including myself, thought that Malachi Black should have at least had one singles championship run, but he was a very good wrestler in AEW. Heaven knows what his reason is for leaving AEW, because I thought his contract ran until 2027, but I have seen reports saying that his contract has expired. So maybe, just maybe, the 2027 reports were false and Malachi Black let his contract expire, and he is no longer a part of AEW. Now, listen, we could talk forever about theories about where Malachi Black is going to be, whether he's going to come back to WWE as Aleister Black, which I see a lot of people absolutely creaming their pants at the thought of Malachi Black going back to the WWE as Aleister Black, and or whether he's going to go somewhere else as Tommy End or something like that. Who knows? Either way, I hope Malachi Black continues wrestling. He is an amazing wrestler, one of my favorite in-ring wrestlers in AEW. And I just really hope he gets paid somewhere else, and stuff like that. So Malachi Black, it really is a shame. Next, let's talk about Miro, where it has apparently been confirmed he has left AEW. Miro, former TNT champion, formerly known as Rusev in the WWE, is no longer in AEW. Seems like the most confirmed out of all of them. Miro, we talked about this on our channel like months ago, that where he apparently requested his release. My buddy Wolf shared me this post from Wrestle Purist. Take this if you will. I know Wrestle Purist isn't exactly the most reliable, but apparently this is also from PW Insider. Miro is gone from AEW. Miro and AEW came to a mutual agreement on his exit from the company. Obviously, you see there Miro with as TNT champion. He was a former TNT champion. And then really ever since, like for the past couple of years, Miro hasn't really been seen on AEW TV. Sure, in late 2023, they did a thing with like Powerhouse Hobbs and Miro with Lana, CJ Perry, who left AEW months and months ago, where they did almost like a rehash of the Bobby Lashley and Lana storyline, but Lana just wanted to be a manager. And then Miro wasn't seen again. And then a couple months ago, there were reports that Miro apparently asked for his release, and now it seems he's gone officially today. Miro, I don't know what it is with wrestling companies not knowing how to book Miro. Um, but it seems to be a common theme. And Miro, out of all of these names, seems like the most long time coming. Obviously, if you saw my Twitter earlier, I did say this has been a long time coming. And I'm not saying that like I'm celebrating Miro's AEW release. Obviously, this is sad to see because, like Malachi Black, I honestly thought Miro was going to be a big thing in AEW. And for the longest time, he was. But if you're not going to do anything with him, then it makes all the more sense to just let him go, let him run free, and everything like that. The same thing could be said for our next subject and the last name that has been removed from AEW's roster page. Obviously, the man that we've been talking about, beating to death, Ricky Starks. The Revolution is no longer televised from AEW. He has also been removed from AEW's roster page. Obviously, if you are a fan of the channel and if you've been tuning into the IWC and everything like that, you know everybody and their grandmother has been talking about Ricky Starks and, hey, why is he still in the company if you're not going to use him? Oh, and leaving theories like, oh, he's being punished because last year at the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, he was backstage to support Cody Rhodes and everything like that when he won the WWE championship and everything like that. And Ricky Starks hasn't been seen in 10, 11 months. And obviously, he was going to ride out the rest of his contract, um, essentially at home or working select indie dates. It's also a couple days ago, he won the Defy Wrestling Championship. Good for him. But now Ricky Starks is no longer in AEW. Again, this is a long time coming because if you're not going to use him, why keep him? Why punish him because he went to support his friend? There's no reason for that. It seemed like it was the AEW prison with how they treated Ricky Starks. And Ricky Starks should have been one of their biggest stars because he's got the look, he's got the charisma, he can talk, he has the in-ring work of a motherfucker. Ricky Starks is amazing as a wrestler, and I hope wherever Ricky Starks goes next, whether it's TNA, whether it's New Japan, whether it's whatever indie company, or whether it's WWE, I really hope Ricky Starks can thrive wherever he goes. So it seems like now we can officially say maybe that Ricky Starks is no longer in AEW. And the reason why I say maybe is because Sean Ross Sapp made this statement on Twitter. He says, I'm looking into the talent that are off the AEW roster page. Malachi Black is now gone from AEW, as in, like, okay, Malachi Black is confirmed. He's no longer there. Miro and AEW had discussed his exit for a while, but I've not heard anything official, even though PW Insider says that Miro and AEW had a mutual, agreement that Miro is no longer in AEW. And he also says, I've not heard anything about Ricky Starks as of yet. AEW usually is very particular about their online roster page as it relates to contracts. So maybe, Miro left and Malachi Black, it's been reported that his contract has expired. Maybe we can say the same about Ricky Starks. But then again, Ricky Starks out of the other two is the more questionable about whether or not he is gone. But let's say all three of them are gone. I really hope that all three of them continue to find work. It is unfortunate to see people lose their jobs, but it seems like, at least in the case of all three of them, they wanted out of there. And that's a shame, because when they came to AEW, obviously they thought the grass was greener on the other side, especially since, particularly in the case of Malachi and Miro, when they left, they were under a different regime where they were treated like absolute shit. They thought, okay, we got this passionate guy who's going to book us better, who sees the talent in us. And for Malachi, you could say they did. And for Miro's early AEW run, you can also say they did. But then there's just been nothing. And who knows what goes on behind the scenes. Obviously, we're not insiders and we're not reporters and stuff like that. But again, it's unfortunate to see people leave companies and everything like that. Hopefully, they continue to find work and everything like that. And I wish all three, Malachi, Ricky, and Miro, the very best. But ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on these three wrestlers reportedly leaving AEW? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below, so that way I know your opinions. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on, so that way you never miss an upload. Be sure to support the universe mode, be sure to support the live streams, be sure to support the Super Mario 64 playthrough that we have started doing. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your boy Will's Wrestling Corner. I will see you in the next video. Be good people, and peace. Later.